Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to another design walkthrough of Daily Design Challenge. Today we'll be making this mystery box pop-up and you don't need to download anything, you don't need to download any images or icons for this. We'll quickly make this mystery box pop-up by simply copying images and icons from FreePic and Flat Icon. So let's get started. First of all, we'll need a frame and we'll hit F on our keyboard and click once. So you have a small frame here, but we need to resize it. And to resize it, we'll change the width of this frame to 360. We'll type 360 and hit enter, and we'll change the height to 530. So 360 into 530 pixels, that's what we want. And we'll increase the corner radius to 24. So we have the frame of our pop-up box ready. Next, we'll need the image of this black gift box. So we'll quickly go and get it from FreePic. I have already searched it here. So if you search black gift box, the first search result that you'll get is this one. We'll click on this, and beside the download button, there is a small icon of copy, and you have to copy your image from here. Go to your design file and simply paste it. So right now our image is too big and has a white background. We don't want the white background. To remove it, we'll use a plugin called Icon Shade Background Remover. We'll remove the background, and you can see that it is running, and it will quickly remove the background. Just give it a minute. Yeah. So with our background removed, we'll quickly crop our image a little bit so that we don't have these extra empty spaces around the gift box. To do that, we will double click on the image. Instead of fill, we'll choose crop. We'll come on these small blue boxes, press Alt on our keyboard, and click and drag it inside. Same goes for the top and bottom blue boxes. We'll hold Alt on our keyboard, click and drag, and make sure that it is very close to the edge. Alright, that is done. Now we'll resize our gift box to size 300. We'll cut it. Alright, what happened? Alright, we'll cut the image, select our frame, and paste it. So right now our gift box is still too big, and we'll change the width and make it further more small. Let's make it 250. So right now you can see that our box is getting cropped. That is because our clip content is on. So you have to select the frame and uncheck clip content. And now you can see the box properly. We have to make sure that the box image is in the middle of the frame. So we'll quickly use our alignment tools and select align horizontal centers. So it didn't move, that means it was already in the center. And we'll quickly rename our image to gift box. What we'll do is we'll duplicate it. There is another gift box now. So to duplicate it, you simply have to press Ctrl D with the element selected, and we'll choose the bottom gift box layer. We'll scale it up by pressing Alt and Shift on our keyboard and scaling it up diagonally. We'll scale it up very slightly, and we'll add an effect to it, which is layer blur, and we'll increase the layer blur to 33. Now you can see there's a soft blur to it because we want it to have a little bit of shadow. but we won't add shadow. We'll simply duplicate the layer and then apply layer blur to it. We'll decrease the opacity of this image to 25. So now we have our gift box placed. We only need text and button now. So to add text, we'll hit T on our keyboard, click once, we'll type mystery box is here with an exclamation mark. We'll increase the font size to 26. We'll choose the font weight to semi-bold. To make sure that it is in the center, we'll use the alignment tool. There. With this, our alignment tool brings the text in the center. Now we want what we should do is we have this gift box and we have another gift box which is blurred right now. We'll select them both and group them by pressing Ctrl G, and we'll make sure the distance between our image group and the text, the heading of this pop-up box would be 16 pixels. Let's keep it 24. 24 is good. We'll quickly duplicate this text element and we'll create a subtext which is like a description of our heading, and we'll edit it and make it this box might contain a fashion or an upgrade item, full stop. We'll decrease the font size to 16. We'll make the font weight regular, and we will resize the text box by pressing Alt on our keyboard. That works. We'll change the color of this text to be 70 70 70, and this text color, the heading text color, would be 1E 1E 1E. To make sure the spacing between these two text boxes is correct, we'll simply select one text box, press Alt on our keyboard and hover over the heading. So right now we can see it is 18 pixels. We want it to be 16. And now it's 16 pixels since we moved it 2 pixels up. So both our text is ready. Now we need to draw buttons. So to draw buttons, you simply press R on your keyboard, click and drag once. We'll quickly check what is the size of our button. So it is width is 300 and height is 64. So we'll apply the same settings here, 300 for width, 64 for height. And for corner radius, we want it to be 8. To make sure it is in the center, we'll use the alignment tools. Now it is in the center. We want a text with accept written. So we'll hit T on our keyboard to activate the text tool. Click once on the rectangle, type accept. Font weight is 16 and font size is 16 and font weight is semi-bold. We'll apply auto layout to this button. So we'll quickly select the text first, then press shift and click on the rectangle for both to select both of them, and then we'll press shift A. This will apply auto layout to our button. So now you have the text in the exact center of this box. It won't move anywhere because you can see that this says align center. Alright, so now we just have to change the color of our button. Before we do that, we'll simply duplicate it to create another button. To do that, you hit or press Alt on your keyboard. With Alt pressed, you will click and drag the button towards the bottom. To make sure it is like going straight down, press Alt and Shift together. Alt to duplicate and Shift to drag it like parallelly in the parallel direction, either on the side or on like top or left, sorry, top or bottom. And we'll make sure the spacing between the two buttons is 24 pixels, which is good. Now we'll change the color. Before we change the color, let's change the text here, and we'll make it no comma thanks. We will decrease the font weight to light. Light works for this. We'll change the color of this text to 363636. That is our color code. For this, we'll change the button color to black. So we'll change the fill, and we'll activate our ink dropper tool from here. Click on this once and we'll select any black color from the gift box. So let's say I want it from here. Okay, so right now the fill color of this button is 303030, but I want my text to be in white, so I can simply double click to select the text, change the font color to white. Now for this button to stand out, and for people to, since we want people to accept this gift box, we will highlight the button and put more emphasis to it. To do that, we'll add a stroke at the bottom of this button. So you can see the stroke property here. We'll click plus, and instead of inside, we'll select outside. We'll increase the stroke weight to 6, and we don't want the stroke to be all around. We only want it on the bottom. So you can see now it is only on the bottom, but now because it is black on black, you won't be able to see it properly. So we'll again change the color property of our stroke, and if you click on this box, you'll be able to change it. We'll activate our ink dropper tool, click once and click anywhere on the ribbon, whichever color you like, whichever shade of gold you like. So I'll go with a lighter tone. This is too light, we don't want that. Let's choose a darker tone, which is this one. So right now my stroke color code is DCB578. You can choose any, like you can click any other shade of golden, like using your ink dropper tool. You can pick on any shade of golden from the ribbon. So I'm happy with this color code. I'll continue with this, and since most of it is ready, yeah, we'll quickly add a close icon to it. So we'll go to flat icon. Under flat icon, we have interface icons. In interface icons, I'll search for close, and the first icon we get, will go with this one. It has the rounded edges, we want that. We will download the SVG. You can edit the colors of SVG, but you can't edit the colors of a PNG. So that's why we want an SVG. So we have this downloaded here. We'll click and drag. And right now this close button is too big. We don't want that. So we will resize it by, first of all, clicking on the constraint proportion. So like if we change the height, the width will also change. So we'll change it to 24, and with this we have 24 pixels into 24 pixels. We'll cut it and paste it within our frame. We'll place it in the top right hand corner and make sure that it is 24 pixels away from right hand side and top side. So 24 pixels from here and 24 pixels from here. To see the distance, like how between any elements or how far they are from the edge, simply press Alt on your keyboard and hover around the element. You'll be able to see it. So with this, our pop-up box is almost ready. So we'll add another bottom stroke to this frame, and to make sure that it is the same color as this one, this bottom stroke, what we'll do is we'll click on the stroke color property box. We will click on this ink dropper tool and click once. So right now you can see a very thin stroke applied to it. We'll make changes. Instead of inside, we want it to be outside. Instead of stroke weight to be 1, we want it to be 6. And instead of being all around, we only want it on the bottom. So with this, our pop-up box is almost ready. Let's try to preview it. So right now it's getting cropped off. We don't want that. So what we'll do is we'll shift it a little bit, hit F on our keyboard and draw another frame around it. But we don't want a, a fill for this frame. So we don't want any fill property. So we'll uncheck it or simply toggle it off. And now if you select this frame with no fill in it and preview it, you have your mystery box. Let's make sure it is in the center. So yeah, there you have your mystery box. I hope you will like this tutorial and try to make it in your own way. If you do make it, please upload it on LinkedIn and tag me using my username Animesh UX or Animesh Prakash, and I'll be happy to repost it and promote your work on my own in my own network and profile. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. If you have any issues or doubts, then please drop it in the comments. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.